Peace family, Conjure Queen here, and I want you guys to know that today is November 13th, 2023, and if you guys seen my recent Instagram post, I was talking about how if you study numerology, you will know that today is a powerful portal. 13 deals with the number of transformation, it deals with death, and just to show you guys, to give a visual, hold up, I'm gonna put this up. So this is the death card, and for those who practice tarot, you're probably familiar with this image or a similar image depending on what deck you have. Now, I'm just gonna keep it straight, right? It's a new moon, and it's a new moon in Scorpio. Now, Scorpio deals with sex, it deals with death, it deals with the underworld, it deals with the hidden, the subconscious mind. And if anybody knows a Scorpio, we all know that one thing about them Scorpios, they exude sex, they exude charisma, and they exude this type of fire inside of them that is just so contagious where you can't leave them alone, right? Anybody in here ever been with a Scorpio? Any Scorpios in here? Listen, okay, that energy intense, listen, that's an understatement. So now imagine that intense energy, right, affecting everyone on a collective. You're going to be feeling extra horny tonight, okay? Like if you are already always horny, okay, like it's going to be amplified. Your sexual energy will be amplified because sexual energy is connected to your spiritual energy. The most sexually charged people are very, very, very spiritual, and they're also very magical as well. That's why your sex drive is also connected to your ambition as well as your creativity and also your ability to manifest things, your magic, right? So the fact that today is the 13th day of November, and then even when we add up the month, the day, and the year, it comes up to another 13. This is a powerful day. Now, I want you to pay attention to your thoughts, okay? Because Scorpio's energy and the new moon energy and this 13 energy, right? That's intense. Those three things together is going to be so amplified. People that are not used to intense energy, they may be very irate today, very moody today. Some people may be feeling depressed because this energy may be too intense for them. Remember, Scorpio deals with the subconscious mind. Scorpio new moon, 13 deals with the hidden, the underworld. If you work with a dark goddess, or if you work with the subconscious, or you work with the primordial deities, I'm talking about the darker deities. Darker does not mean bad, okay? For those who are new to my platform, understand that we both work with our yin and our yang energy. Yin is the feminine dark energy, the chaotic energy that has not been formed and cannot be controlled. Yang is the light energy. The light energy is the energy that comes out of the darkness that has already been manipulated. It can be controlled, right? And it can be orderly, organized. It's the masculine energy of light. So when we combine those two together, we find balance, and that's what we focus on in our platform. We believe in balance, not just light workers, not just shadow workers, but we like to bring the darkness to the light and bring the light out of darkness, okay? Not to mention we are in the 7th year, the year of Ma'at. How do I get that number 7? Well, you add up the year, well, what are we in? 2023, right? So 2 plus 2 plus 3 is 7. Now, with that 7 energy, that's also synchronized with Neptune, which deals a lot with illusions, okay? Now we're in the realm of illusions. This whole entire year, a lot of illusions were being exposed. And also, a lot of charlatans have risen up, creating an illusions. Have y'all seen that documentary or docu-series on Netflix called, what's it called? Escaping Twin Flames or something like that? Y'all know what I'm talking about? I'm looking in the comments right now, y'all. Anybody seen that on Netflix? I think that's the name of it. Something about, I think it's called Escaping Twin Flames. And when I tell you all of those false love and lighters, right? And don't get me wrong, when I say love and lighters, I'm not clowning people that are specifically just light workers, right? Everybody has their own path. What I'm saying is there are people who's using light work, right, to, how can I say this? they're using light work or using the spiritual path as a trend to become rich, to become powerful, right? To manipulate people. And what is light magic? Light deals with bending a fraction of the rainbow, right? The spectrum of light. That's a form of magic and manipulation. We cannot manipulate darkness more so because darkness cannot be measured. But light can be measured because if you study science or physics, we understand that light is really a photon, a spectrum of light, a measure of light. So, what do you need to do tonight? Because I know y'all like, CQ, listen, I know the energy is intense. What do I got to do? This is a powerful time to make sure that you're not going to be seduced by other people's subconscious, right? Be very wary of what you're consuming, whether it's social media, music, gossip, drama, somebody coming to you with all their negative energy, because right now is not the day where you want to be a sponge to people's problems and woes, because what's going to happen is you'll end up manifesting all of those dramas and pains and issues in your life, and you're going to see it amplified in 2 weeks on a full moon. So in order for you to avert that, you have to set your own intentions and not allow other people's energies to be set for you, right? Now, what you're going to need to do is a very simple ritual for tonight. Since it's a new moon, this is about planting the seed, right? Planting the seed and setting the intention. First of all, you have to clear your mind and be clear on what it is that you want. It could be anything, right? Be very clear and visualize. And I want you to write it down on a piece of paper. I prefer to use parchment paper or brown paper bag. If you don't have that, you can use loose leaf paper. Whatever paper that you have, work with it, right? You're going to write down what it is that you want to manifest. It could be anything. It could be to get good grades in school. It could be to be more confident in life. It could be to get a raise at work. It could be to get a promotion, right? It could be to get some sales for business. It could be anything that you want it to be, right? But it's even more powerful if you can synchronize it with the energy of this Scorpio new moon. So what you're going to do basically is write on a piece of paper. You're going to need a glass of water, or like a bowl or a glass. It doesn't matter what you use, but you're going to need to have either a crystal or a natural material container with water in it, preferably cool water, because cold water is better at holding vibration than hot water. Okay? Hold on one second, guys. Let me stop this timer because I was like unthawing some food. I'm about to cook after this live. Hold up. I don't want it to beep. Alright, I stopped it. I didn't want it beeping while I'm in the middle of telling y'all about this ritual. So look, you're gonna, once you write down what it is that you want, right? Like you're visualizing while you're writing it, but write it as though you already have it, right? So I am receptive to this promotion that is coming to me from my job, right? I am open and receptive to new love coming into my life. I am willing and able and ready to be open to these new opportunities that are coming for me, whatever it may be. All right? Now, if you want to add a little bit of extra oomph to it, and this is not necessary, but this is me because I'm a little extra sometimes. I like to add a little bit of like rum or bay rum in there, right? Just because it gives it a little fire and it moves things along quickly. You start to see manifestations. Now, you're going to take the paper with the intentions that you write on and you're going to put it in the water. Now, put this glass of water or your bowl in the window. And you're going to leave it there. Don't bother it. Don't touch it. Don't do nothing. Leave it there for 2 weeks until the full moon. And you're going to realize that whatever it is that you wrote on that paper, it will manifest. Okay? It will manifest. What is it that you're doing? Remember what I said? What is water? Water is also a conduit to the spiritual realm. Kind of look at it as like you folding up a letter and you sending it off into the underworld, right? Because this portal is an open doorway to the underworld, to your ancestors, to your spirit guides, to even some of your own past lives, your past selves. Very interesting. You can even write a letter to heal your past self, or even heal your childhood self, childhood traumas. Scorpio deals with the subconscious mind. It deals with shadow work. If you are going through a heartbreak, if you're going through trauma, if you're going through certain blocks in your life and you feel like you can't move forward, it's something that's subconsciously blocking you, something that you're not consciously aware of. So what you can do is you can call forth the god Pluto, or you can call the god any deity that is synchronized with the underworld, or synchronized with the mind, or synchronized with the subconscious, right? These darker deities, these yin-like deities. You can call on Hecate. You can call on Ocult, because she also has a darker version of herself, which some may say Hecate is the dark Ocult, or the dark Isis, right? But that's up for debate. We're not going to get into that in this particular segment. But I know that when you do this ritual, family, don't doubt yourself. Know that it's going to come true, because the worst thing you can do in magic and any ritual is feel like it's not going to happen. Yes, somebody said Khonshu. Thank you, Surreal. Listen, Khonshu is excellent to work with for this type of work. Thank you, my love. Osiris, yes. If you guys know any gods or you work with any deities, feel free to drop it below. And sometimes I'm cautious about naming certain deities and stuff, right? Because I know that not every deity works with everybody, right? Like, there's some people that may work with Santa Muerte, right? I personally like to work with Lubana, Santa Marta, which she also is the guardian of the cemetery. Some people may work with Baron, right? Baron Sendi. And he also is the guardian of the gateway. And there's so many gods, like Ampu, right? Anubis. Yeah, somebody put it in the chat. Yup, Kalima. Yes. Ishtar. Yes. So you guys already know that this energy is powerful. Okay? Very, very intense energy. And if you're menstruating, ladies, you want to use that. You can use some of that too. Okay, and I know some of y'all that's new to my channel or new to doing that type of work is probably scrowning y'all face up right now, but don't, because I'm gonna tell you right now, your ancestors definitely utilize their menstrual blood to fertilize the land, and they also use it to protect their homes. The women would take their menstrual blood and anoint the front of the doorways in order to keep evil spirits out during the new moons, because they knew that new moons was a time when portals to the underworld was open, and sometimes ghosts would seek vengeance on those of that are still alive that have wronged them, right? And it could even be like descendants of their enemies. So maybe somebody like your great grandpa had beef with somebody, right? Like your great grandpa ain't alive no more, so who's that spirit going to come for? It's going to come for their descendant, which may be you. Okay, because ancestral wars are very real. And I talk a lot about that in my ancestral veneration class, about certain ancestors that we have is not necessarily good to work with, right? You're not supposed to work with all of your ancestors, because some of them may set you back, and some of them may be blocking you because they feel like what you're doing is evil. And you wondering why none of your rituals are working, and why you feeling like spirituality is going wrong for you. It's not that. It's just you calling on the wrong energies. They don't work with your energy. Not everything goes together, just like chemistry, right? So think about it like that. Magic is really science. It's just advanced spiritual technology, but it's still science. Okay, but I just want to leave you guys with that. Like I said, I don't want to make this too long, but that's what you have to do. Oh, and for those who may be saying, okay, what do we do after the full moon? You can do whatever you want to do with the paper. Some people like to keep it and put it in a little mojo bag. Some people like to burn it. I personally like to burn it and cast it to the four winds, so I forget about it. I don't like to focus on my magic. If you guys don't already have a grimoire or a journal or book to keep track of your spells to see how they're manifesting, you slipping. Because how are you going to know how your rituals work? How do you know how your magic hits? How do you know how the spirits communicate to you? Are you even writing down your dreams, your visions, the synchronicities? When you see those angel numbers or synchronic numbers, what are you doing right then and there? What's happening? Who's talking to you? What energy is around you? What are you thinking about? Right? Don't just be like, oh my God, 1111. Like, no, like it means something. It means something specifically. And if you see your birthday, oh yeah, that's a whole nother level of energy. If you consistently keep seeing your birthday numbers, it means that it's something really big is about to happen for you. Something very life-changing, transformational, okay, is going to happen for you. And if you see 13s, like I said, today is the day of the 13, that means big change. And I have homework for you guys. Besides doing the ritual, I want everybody in here to do a quick Google search on the death card and the tarot. And I want you to read up on it and understand what it really means, what death really means. Look up death in different types of spiritual paths and different religions in different parts of the world. And I want you to come up with your own conclusion of what death means to you. What do these deities mean to you? Conjure Queen never wants you to just take everything that I say as gospel, as truth, but I always want you to reference what I say, right? Check my resources. I'm going to give them to you. I have nothing to hide. Check it yourself. But I love you guys. I'm about to go and enjoy my dinner. I don't want to eat too late. Like I told you guys, I've been eating more healthy with these energies that's been hitting the planet. Like I've really been eating lighter. I've been eating cleaner. I've been exercising. I've just, listen, I have cut sugar out of my diet. And anybody know I'm a Cancer. I love my sweets. That was the biggest sacrifice I probably ever made, but I had to, right? Spirituality is sometimes about sacrifices. The bigger the sacrifice, the bigger the reward. So ask yourself, during this Scorpio new moon and this 13th day, right, with this 13th powerful energy, underworld portal open, subconscious portal open, how will you transform? What will you change? Just something to think about. Ashe. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. It's been a little minute since we did a live, but it's always fun. And thank you everybody who's been engaging. And if you're watching this later on, feel free to comment below and ask me any questions about the ritual. And you can do this whenever, right? I love this ritual because you can do whatever, but it's very powerful during the new moon because your intention is growing as the moon is growing. Ashe, Aho, Dua, Amin Ra. I hope you guys enjoy your new moon and may all of your wishes come true and manifest way better than what you even expected. Ashe, ashe, ashe. I love you guys. Make sure that you follow, subscribe, and yep, I love you guys. Take care. Bye.